So Dispatch for me came completely out of left field. I didn't even know anything about it until I started seeing some stuff on social media and went, what is that? I did some research, found out it was superhero stuff, animated stuff, and it was $30 on Steam, so I figured, you know what? Let's try it out. So right away, the animation just sucked me in. It reminded me of Invincible in a way. Like a lot of animation nowadays, it's built in a 3D space, but despite that, it somehow still feels very much like a 2D cartoon when you're going through the story. It avoids the telltale trap of moving the camera too much in the 3D space. The voice acting was top notch, and alongside the obvious headliner in the form of Aaron Paul as Robert,
yeah, bitch!
We got to hear the voice of Jacksepticeye as Punch Up.
We should have invited him earlier.
Moist Critical as Sonar.
You gonna eat those Twinks?
And many others, including some headliners from Critical Role. I enjoyed The Legend of Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine a lot, so I was happy to hear that they were involved as well. Dispatch actually took 7 years to hit our eyeballs, and without the tenacity from Adhoc Studios and a little shove from Critical Role, we would have never seen this game at all. The game is in essence a cartoon you can steer with responses or reactions to scenes, some of which will come back to haunt you in later episodes, and the game does let you know your response has had an effect on a team member. QTEs are thankfully an option you can turn off as they are jarring and break up the animation portions, which if you're anything like me, you don't want to do that. You want to just experience the story without having a prompt that you have to move your mouse in a certain way to continue the animation portion. There was also a game component that I wish there was way more of. Dispatching heroes to events that happen around the map. It is strictly a 2D affair, and I love the simplicity and the banter between the heroes, if things go great or not so great.
Fetching a child's lost balloon is not the best application of my talents.
Okay. Then tell me what is.
Off-the-books assassinations.
Your heroes can fail, hurt, or can even get knocked out completely, which means you have less heroes until your shift ends. Your heroes level up and you can use the points to increase their stats. So top tip here, if you end up getting the game, make sure you diversify your points, that you don't end up with one hero that has super strength, but that hero somehow gets knocked out and you don't have any other hero that can fill that gap. Just something to think about. The one game component I personally don't like is the hacking component. It's tedious, and in some stages you have to remember a sequence. So essentially have a pen and paper ready. If you're anything like me, you're going to end up looking at that and going, I can't remember that. So I had a bunch of scrap papers laying around while I was playing this game, just putting arrows on it because I couldn't remember the arrows by the time I got to the point that I had to input them. So that's something that you have to be aware of. That is a component that's in the game, and yes, you're going to have to remember that stuff. So just get yourself pen and paper and everything will be well. The game has 8 episodes and my personal playtime was a roughly 8 hours, so that boils down to about an hour per episode. When it comes down to value per money, it's a $30 game, so it's about $3.75 an hour, which means it is a good value because if you go to a theater, it's going to cost you about $10 an hour by the time you drive up there and maybe get a snack or two. Even if you grab some snacks from the grocery store, stick it in your pocket, that's the play. You're still going to end up with about $10 an hour for your entertainment. So this is good. And at the moment of filming, I've done 2 playthroughs. This is actually my Blonde Blazer romance playthrough. And I enjoyed it a lot. And the counter is now at 16 hours. So that is pretty good. And this actually brings me to the second thing I didn't like as much. Yes, there is romance, but boy, did they go for the safe bets. You can only romance either Invisigal or Blonde Blazer. Meanwhile, I was looking at the table of heroes and went, you, Malevola, red, hot, and tiefling. And you know what they say about tieflings.
We are the hottest race.
She's not wrong.
I don't make the rules.
Welcome to the party.
One of my favorite characters in the game was actually Chase. The way that he was introduced, and the voice actor, of course, Jeffrey Wright, and his son actually ends up playing the younger version of him. If you get into the story, you will see all that stuff. You hear and listen to his quips and everything else that he talks about, and then you'll learn about his origin story. I think it is one of the better characters in the game, and I really hope that we're going to see some more of that character in a potential season 2.
What's that arm squeeze about?
You want one? Here.
Fuck off.
The entire story for me gets a big fat A+. The characters are all likable and the writing was great. 2 million people have bought this game since moment of filming, and it has been a great success. If I have to pin the score on this game, it's going to be a solid 8.5. I love the animation, I love the story, but the only thing that was lacking was romance options. I understand that it adds a whole lot more story writing, and of course animation, but it is what it is. If there's romance in a game, people are going to want more, and they want to have more options, and that was just not here in this game. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hashtag game for the sake of gaming. Let me know what you think, and should we get a second season? I really hope they do, because this is one of those game series that I know I will be following and playing again when the second season comes out, just to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row, and then hopefully we will get more romance options there as well. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys in the flip side.
Did Blazer hold down the fort okay?
She did the best she could. Must be a bit rusty.
She's been away from the desk too long.
I thought this was an easy job.
Well, it's not. I just make it look easy.
Shit, Robert. You're actually cool.
He's not. He's just been gone all day, so it seems like he is.